A lot warmer out there, and the difference today will be warmer temperatures, but also as these temperatures increase, we're going to see an increase in clouds. It's going to look different outside. Let's get busy with the numbers. First up, the normals for this time of year: 52 and 40. The record for the state, 77, set back in 1985. And looking at the sunrise times, it looks like the sun coming up just about 6:48. When we get the sun fully up, we'll have a lot.
Something to look for. Mostly cloudy day. We're still low average for the rainfall. Right now, deficit is about an inch and a half. It looks like starting tonight with the rain in the area, and we'll make up for that. 50 in Central Park. We've got 40s in the suburbs, so depending on where you are is what you feel. And one thing that we do have this morning is southwesterly wind, and that's what's helping to warm us up so very, very quickly this morning. 52 Crown Heights. Temperatures in the 40s for Newark and Trenton. Also Belmont, the Jersey Shore, is 44 degrees. Temperatures in the 30s north and west of Long Island, currently in the 50s.
Spotty showers will start to develop across the area. It looks like it's a wet start to the work week, but coming up in just a few minutes, we'll push ahead towards Thanksgiving in the AccuWeather 5-day forecast. I'll see you then, Michelle.
Thank you.
Spotty the difference in the air. Temperatures are about 10 degrees warmer than they were yesterday. And even though we've got the clouds around, it's going to feel really, really good. So getting started out there, the sun coming up in about 30 minutes from now. As it does so, we'll get the brighter skies, but just not the brilliant blue that we had yesterday. That was such a great start to the day. Now, temperatures are going to go back to normal as we start the work week. So outside right now, looking at the difference.
You can see that from Queens' Arcade Bridge camera looking out over the city, everything is really bright with the city lights. And as we start to get some of this daylight going, you'll see the clouds in the backdrop, and that's the start to the day for us. We've got
A mild start there, and the numbers showing 77% humidity, a southwest wind at 12 miles an hour. Pressure is on the rise. So far the morning low has been 47. Pretty comfortable all across the area. We're about 10 degrees better than we were yesterday to start the day off. So Sussex at 37. Remember, yesterday they started in the 20s. And on the Pine Barrens at Toms River, they started in the teens yesterday. They're near 50 for their morning low. So it really is a pleasant start as far as the temperatures go. Out on Long Island, we've got numbers in the low to mid 50s. Montauk currently at 56 degrees. So here's what we're looking at. Clouds increase along with the temperatures today. The showers show up later tonight. They're spotty, though, sort of a widespread shower activity. The scattered rain that we're expecting for the early part of the week should exit just in time for Turkey Day. Maybe not Turkey Travel, but Turkey Day. That's what we'll go with. All right, here's the radar and satellite picture. There's the front, or the area of wetness that we're looking to move in. Looks like later tonight that could actually moisten up the air enough to bring us a few spotty showers across the area. I suspect most of this does hold off until after sunset today. Now, there is more energy entering the west coast, and we've been talking about this for a couple of days, but this spin that we're seeing coming into California, that affects our weather about midweek. So some changes coming for us. A warm end to the weekend with temperatures in the low 60s. Tomorrow the winds will turn back out of the north and the northeast ahead of the next cold front, and that brings a passing shower and cooler temperatures for us. What about the middle of the week? It looks like we're going to see spotty showers again on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, all of it getting out of here in time for Thanksgiving Day. The forecast now: more clouds and mild, 63 today's high. Tonight, cloudy with a passing shower, 47 for the overnight low. Very mild, but tomorrow mild.
stay in the 50s, not a repeat of the 60s we've got today. Wow, what a Sunday night for football. 56 at MetLife Stadium at the kickoff at 8:20. Eagles playing the Giants. Southwest winds up to 16 miles an hour. And the AccuWeather 5-day forecast: Monday starts with that passing shower and cooler temperatures. Tuesday, we'll have rain at night, mid-50s that day. Rain is...
I've been watching this sort of unsettled pattern for the early part of next week. Things are looking pretty good, pretty solid for Thanksgiving Day itself.
Chocolate pecan pie. That's what I'm going to make.
For your first course?
Paula Deen. Of course. Appetizer.
Because you can.
Because I can.
My daughter said to me the other day, I can't wait till I'm an adult. I said, why? So I can have dessert first.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. I said, really?
It's the best perk we've got.
Right? That's all we have.
It's the only thing we got. All right.
Thank you, Amy. Next on Eyewitness News on this Sunday morning, students
We've been watching.
Yeah, it is beautiful outside right now. Warmer at this hour than it was yesterday, which is nice, especially for November 20th. This has been a nice month, which means next month we're probably going to get like 80 feet of snow. So I know, this all balances out here.
You're all just Amy free. That's not
Although,
scientific, Amy. It's just something, you know.
Although, if you'll remember, last winter, the first real snow didn't start to come until after Christmas.
Right.
And
we got
then
60 inches.
then we got nailed with the 60 inches.
Right. So we'll just listen to you and sit tight.
Right. Well, November's been mild. It's been a November to remember. That's certainly true. Today, temperatures will be even warmer than they were yesterday. Outside right now, we do have some...
You're all just...
The sun comes out. You'll see it looks a lot different than it did yesterday. I know most of this time of year, 52 and 40. The record, 77 degrees. Back to 1985. So they beat us back to the 1980s for what we're going to do today. But doesn't feel too bad out there now. Temperatures are already in the 40s and 50s across the area. And we'll quickly climb into the 60s this afternoon. So, cool spot on the map is Monticello. The warmest spot is out on Montauk as we get throughout the afternoon. Those west and southwesterly winds will continue to keep us mild. We're looking at the chance for showers later after sunset. These will be spotty showers here in the northern time.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there'll be some chances for rain, and it looks like things could really improve for for the second half of the weekend, but how it affects your travel, that's what we'll be looking at coming up in the AccuWeather 5-day forecast. I'll see you then. Monday.
In case you thought you might pick up something today, sorry, we called H&M stores, and they say most of the line is already sold out. Wow.
In this day of like eBay and things like that,
Right.
I bet you half of that line people really wanted the clothes, and the other half of that line was getting it to put it on eBay.
So true.
And
So
resell it.
true.
Wow.
You see that stuff all the time, brand new with the tags
Right.
still on.
How do you get brand new with the
This
tag?
is the,
in there?
you know,
Yeah.
this is the hot new blah blah blah.
Wait until they get the Charlesworth and lip-off line there. Then
Well,
we're
yeah.
really going to see things
The
flying off the
cinched
shelf.
plastic bag. That's nice. Yeah, it's hot looking.
And the 9-inch heels.
Good look.
True. Pretty cool. Yeah, what made people stocking up on Christmas gifts? It's hard to believe, you guys. We're November 20th right now.
Unbelievable. Listen, the Empire State Building is green and red already.
Right. Yeah, it's upon us, and we're just a few days away from that all-important Thanksgiving travel. A lot of people going out of town are expecting people to come in, and so you wonder, what's the weather going to be like? Will it hold things up? Unfortunately, it looks like we'll have an unsettled weather pattern for the early part of next week. So while outside right now, we've got a few...
Temperatures are very easy to take. We'll be looking at a series of frontal systems to affect the area, off and on with showers for Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday. So we'll see if we can't clear things out in time for Thanksgiving Day. Looking at lower Manhattan right now, the clouds are in place. We don't have the
Temperatures are hovering right around 50 degrees. So it is very mild once you step outside, as that cloud coverage sort of kept the warmth of yesterday right at the surface. Southwest winds keep us mild throughout the day. 12-mile-an-hour wind at this hour. Morning low was 47. Looking in and around the neighborhoods, Parkchester is at 50. It's a real popular number all across the area. Chelsea also at 50 degrees. Rosebank has 50. Sheepshead Bay above that, and Crown Heights the warmest close into the city at 52 degrees. We have some colder temperatures back north and west. Sussex at 38 and 34, but even these numbers compared to what we had yesterday at this same time, much warmer, 10 to 12 degrees warmer than the same time 24 hours ago. Toms River already into the low 50s. Yesterday, they started in the teens, so you can see the big difference that we have across the area. The first series of fronts is one that will be coming in, I think, after sunset today. In the city, we could get a spotty shower or two. For the northern counties, early, brief rain, not heavy downpours, and not really a big deal. Instead, you can expect widespread cloud coverage and temperatures very easy to take. A warm end to the weekend with a high of 63 today. The high pressure will start to drift off to the south and east. Our winds turn out of the north and eventually the northeast tomorrow, creating cooling temperatures, 53 expected, and then these passing showers. There's a larger cold front back to the west, and that's what will eventually bring the chance for rain Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, looking at the future cast, here we are Monday morning, starting off the work week. Parts of the area see showers. This won't be heavy downpour, but we can't take out the risk of rain as we start the work week. Then even into Monday afternoon, there are spotty showers across the area, not producing a whole lot of moisture, but the risk of rain is there. Watch how the forecast really gets interesting. Tuesday night into Wednesday, we see this large frontal system passing over New York and parts of central Pennsylvania, and even some pink mixing in as temperatures get colder as well. So there's a lot to watch for the middle of the week, especially as people start to travel. Today, hardly a weather worry with our temperatures so comfortable in the low 60s. Islip, you'll hit a high 58 today, the same for Montauk. Tonight, a passing shower at 47. Temperature.
Please set the stage tomorrow. We'll call it mainly cloudy, but once again, can't take out the risk of a passing shower or the chance for it to get, for the sidewalks to get wet. Then tomorrow night, mostly cloudy and 44. Setting us up for the AccuWeather 5-day forecast is an unsettled weather pattern producing rain at night, Tuesday night, into early Wednesday with that rain likely. A colder rain Wednesday morning, and then hopefully we can scoot these showers out of the forecast for Thursday.
The transition that brings those leaves down to the surface. All right, let's get you up to speed with the temperatures outside right now. It's 51 degrees. The humidity 74%. Southwest winds at 12 miles an hour. The pressure's on the rise. Morning low was 47. That's about 10 degrees warmer than it was last night. So we've been looking at temperatures all across the area getting a really mild start. Rosebank 50 degrees. The same for Sheepshead Bay, Elmhurst, and Parkchester. Astoria has 52. They're the warmest on the map. Jamaica has 49 degrees. Then we pull out. We look at the bigger picture. And there are a few spots that were in the 30s this morning, still in the 30s for Monticello, Sussex, and Poughkeepsie, that were in the 20s yesterday. So even these numbers are warm relative to what we saw yesterday. Toms River, what an improvement. Yesterday in the teens during the morning hours, already in the low 50s today. So you get the effect. It's a more mild air mass in place, and it allows for our temperatures to be about 10 degrees above the normal, the average for this time of year, but it doesn't last too long. long. There is a front coming through that will bring a spotty shower and then cooler temperatures for tomorrow. The long-term forecast, we're tracking a couple of weather makers across the country to see how they will influence our weather coming up for the Thanksgiving travel. So for the rest of this day, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 60s, and then a spotty shower. Not a real big deal with the rain, but it is a chance to get wet. The winds will start to turn out of the north. That brings the cooler air in tomorrow, and then a passing shower with the front. This larger cold front affecting us Tuesday into Wednesday is a more potent system, and this really will give us the chance to get some real shower activity coming in. All right, on the futurecast, it shows cloudy conditions, the spotty showers tonight, really a chance and a threat of rain all day on Monday. But these will be passing showers, not a steady rainfall for the entire day. On Tuesday, the next system comes in from the west, and this one could really present some heavy showers at times. Passing to the trend.
Tonight, tomorrow, temperatures are in the low 50s. So great night for football over MetLife Stadium with mid-50s expected and southwest winds breezy. Hard to believe we're going to be playing almost 60-degree temperatures for a Sunday night football game in late November. Rain at night on Tuesday, rain likely on Wednesday, and then Thursday our temperatures look like they're going to be right around the 50-degree mark for Thanksgiving. So if we can get these...
They did that, it was a Make-A-Wish game. That group is the most amazing thing in the world. I was actually a wish granter years ago, and when you go and tell the child that they're getting exactly what they asked for, trip to Disney World, whatever it is, the look on their face.
Is it terminating our children? Anyone who doesn't know.
It's priceless. It's absolutely priceless. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is a priceless organization.
Give me chills.
They do such good
So if you can't help them. So what are we looking at today? I mean, it's, it's still November. We're looking at Santa Claus. We're talking about all this stuff. But it feels nice. Yeah, so we're to the holiday, and a lot of people traveling are expecting family to come into our area. So we're watching the forecast very carefully. Outside this morning, more clouds and also temperatures warmer. So that'll be the change. We had bright blue skies yesterday, and it doesn't look bad here from this vantage point. We do have some sunshine, but expect the...
Yesterday, but they're pretty nice. West side there, looking up towards the George Washington Bridge. Great. And this vantage point from the RFK Bridge, looking over the city. Skies look good, and then we see this increase in clouds and a risk for rain after sunset. Maybe a spotty shower, not a heavy downpour, but still the forecast will start to change as we get into this evening. So 51 currently at the park, 74% humidity, a southwest wind at 12 miles an hour, and the pressure is on the rise. Morning low was 47. That's about 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday for the lows. So we get a head start on the temperatures, and you'll notice from Soho through Park Slope, even Brighton Beach, 50s widespread. Corona currently at 50 degrees as well. Woodhaven, you're at 49. Areas north and west of New York City, Andover, 44. Poughkeepsie, 35. And Monticello, 34. So above the freezing point, but all of these locations starting in the 20s yesterday. The other interesting case study here this morning is Toms River. Yesterday on the Pine Barrens, they started in the teens. This morning, the upper 40s, and it's been a really quick climb with the temperatures there. So clouds make a lot of difference. Starting with the cloud coverage, it sort of seals the warmth of the day that we had yesterday right at the surface, and it's easy to get the temperatures up quickly. Now, the radar and satellite picture does show a little bit of a shower activity, a sprinkle or two for the northern counties early, but that's not going to be the widespread expectation for today. Instead, we'll get a spotty shower after sunset. As the front comes through, it brings this brief risk for rain after very mild temperatures, and then cooler air will come in from the north and east tomorrow, and it'll make it feel a lot different. So expect a warm end to the weekend. High pressure sliding off, turning the winds out of the north for tomorrow, and you'll notice some shower activity in the area as well. And then by Wednesday, another front comes through, and that could really bring some widespread rain across the area. Futurecast shows the showers starting off tomorrow mainly south. So Sunday night to early Monday morning, a shower south. Then during the afternoon, we get this widespread chance of a passing shower during the day on Monday. Tuesday, we'll start out with clouds, mainly cloudy during the day, and then Tuesday night into Wednesday, another round of rain coming through, and that's really going to be the tipping point. Wednesday, such a huge travel day. How wet do we get across the area? Yesterday.
Shower gives us temperatures tomorrow in the low 50s. So overnight lows in the 40s to 50s for the high tomorrow. You can see there's not a big, huge temperature difference, so it will feel a lot cooler tomorrow than tomorrow night, mid-40s expected. In the AccuWeather 5-day forecast, our temperatures settle into the 50s for the early part of the work week. Rain at night Tuesday, and then it's likely that we'll see rain during the day, widespread across the area on Wednesday. This is going to be a big travel day. I don't think it's a showstopper at this point, but it could slow some people down. And right now, we can't say for sure if the showers are just going to be for the early part of the day or maybe later in the day. That way you can work out the time
sunny, so this will be
afternoon, and won't really see the sun again for the next couple of days. Sort of an unsettled weather pattern that keeps the clouds with us. This vantage point from the RFK Bridge in Queens looking over the city, and the clouds will continue to thicken. Out at the park right now, we're reading 53 on the gauge, 71% humidity, southwest winds at 9 miles an hour. The pressure is on the rise. The morning low was just 47. It was really mild last night with those clouds sort of blanketing and sealing the warmth of the surface. We got a head start on the temperatures. The clouds will increase along with the temperatures, and the showers could show up in just spots later tonight. Not a lot of rain expected, very spotty with a sprinkler or two well after sunset. Now, scattered rain looks like it's going to be in the forecast for the next couple of days, but if you're traveling on Thanksgiving Day itself, we think the storm will be out of here by then. So look at the numbers. 50 in Caldwell right now, 52 for Morristown, Somerville, 50 degrees, 40s for Hackettstown, Andover, Milford, Blairstown, even Phillipsburg still at 49. Everybody coming up into the 50s, then eventually 60s for our afternoon highs. And I tell you, some spots on Long Island are getting real close to the 60-degree mark. Toms River is at 59 at this hour. On AccuTrack, a sprinkler or two for the northern counties early on, and then the more widespread rain looks like it gets in here tomorrow. So tonight won't rule out a shower. Early tomorrow morning, rain is in the area, maybe not downtown New York City, maybe not the city itself, maybe not in the boroughs. However, it's possible that some of the outlying areas could see a passing shower, especially south. And then through Monday afternoon, we will see rain in some parts of the area. Tuesday starts with clouds. And then we're tracking a front that appears to arrive late Tuesday night into Wednesday. But I will say all the computer models have been trending this system slower. And the slower it trends, the worse the news, I think, because if the storm doesn't get in here really until Wednesday, then much of the day will be wet on Wednesday and a lot of people trying to travel. So the forecast goes like this. More clouds today, 63 the expected high temperature. If you're going to the football game, wow, you really lucked out on getting mild tickets for a November football game. Kickoff is at 8:20 out of MetLife afternoon.
Degrees, and winds will be out of the southwest as the Eagles take on the Giants. Now tonight, 40s again across much of the area. Passing shower then tomorrow. Not a lot of warmth. The high of 53. It's average for this time of year, but it'll be much cooler than today. So the AccuWeather 5-day forecast takes us back into the 50s for the work week. Tuesdays mostly cloudy during the day with rain at night. There's the storm during the day on Wednesday, and if we can get that thing rolling through here, Thursday itself appears to be dry at this point. Now we're still 5 days out, lots to watch for. And as you said, this storm system has been a little